FYI, there's another way you can record.
Oh yeah, I just use my OBS software connected to my computer because I have like a whole bunch of hard drives connected to it.
FYI, there's another way you can record. Okay, so the questions that I got so far, anybody else got any questions? This is a nice little set of questions right here. No? Okay. All right. So the first question um, is what books to read for beginners? And let me turn on my camera so you can see. So, um,
He pulling off a shelf load of books. My
these
questions here.
are the books I recommend.
Is it audio versions of those books?
Huh?
I said, is it audio versions of those books?
Some of
Oh
them.
my God, my mouth just dropped.
Take a lot no heavy.
I'm gonna
Sorry,
start with.
It's
sorry.
just,
What are those? Which one are those?
I'm gonna go through.
whoa.
I'm gonna start with
And
the
the books
one.
ain't dead either.
I'm gonna tell you though. I haven't read all of these. I'm gonna show you the ones that I've read. Right. Buy sell signals. This is mostly for strategic stock market entries and exits. This is a good one. This is by Steve and Holly Burns. This is a
What's the
good
name of that?
buy and sell signals.
I think I actually have in my Amazon cart from the last time you told us.
Yeah. Now this uses some stock terms and some stuff that you may not be familiar with. He does a lot of EMA stuff in here. So read it. It's just if you want to. He trade mostly stock, so understand that. This one is a good one. Also by this one's Ultimate Trading Psychology Guide, Castantino Pistu,
What is it called again, Corey?
Ultimate Trading Psychology Guide. Mindset stuff, definitely always mindset. Another great one. I think I recommend this to Wale too. He was one. This is called The Calm Trader. And what's cool about these series of books, and let me go ahead and go through it. New Trader 101, also mostly stock stuff, but you can take and apply some of this that you learn out of these. Um, New Trader, Rich Trader, all of these are by Steve Burns, right? Except for this one, right? But Steve Burns has a lot of good books that you can read. So if you Google him or look up him on Amazon, you'll find him on there, and you can just start just getting all his books. And another good thing about him is his books are usually short, sweet, simple, straight to the point. You don't have to worry about those. Another good book is by it's called The Ultimate Price Action Trading Guide. This one, um, Atanas Matov. I see this guy right here.
I got it, Corey. I'm dropping them in the chat.
These right here, this series, all of these books are good because they're short and sweet. Like you see this, like they're all short, sweet books. You can read these probably in a day or two and be done.
Hey, how many books is that, Corey? I think I might have missed one.
One, this is Ultimate Price
I
Action,
got that one.
Ultimate Trading Psychology. Rich Trader, a new trader, rich trader,
That one's called Rich Trader what?
new trader, rich trader, um, new trader 101, uh, then buy sell signal and calm trader.
Is that New Trader Rich Trader? Is that the one with the guy with the glasses on it?
Yep.
Okay, I was just trying to make sure I'm grabbing the right books for everybody to drop the link. And then it was the one after that one I missed.
Um, calm trader.
Okay, got Comp Trader. Got, let me see right here. We got Comp Trader price action. I mean, ultimate price action trading. We got that one. We got
So short and sweet, calm trader, Steve Burns. New trader, rich trader, Steve Barnes. Right here. Buy sell signals, Steve Burns. New trader 101. This also
okay. That was the one I
Steve Burns.
missed.
And then these aren't by Steve Burns, but they're good. Ultimate Trading Psychology Guide by this guy. Ultimate Price Action. Not gonna try to say this dude's name, but
Actually, I see they all on
out of
Kindle
all of
too.
these, my favorite two out of these couple are these three right here. Ultimate Price Action, Calm Trader, and Trading Psychology. Like out of those, this one gives you a lot of tips on how to enter trades, understanding price action. It explains some support resistance. It explains the differences between zones and support resistance. That's real good. How to take some entries, some entry behavior too. So I would definitely recommend this one. These two talk about, mindset. So these are the short, sweet series, right? Short, sweet, straight to the point series. Then you have your in-depth, I need to dig in books about trading concepts. It is Understanding Price Action, 5 minute. This is by Bob Bowman right here. Some of these I got PDFs for. I can send you the PDFs for these. And this book just got examples on examples on examples of how you can enter trades using a lot of different concepts, just charts that you can look at where he's explaining his entries, exit, examples of how he would have entered trades and all kinds of stuff like that. So this is for somebody that's like more of a scalper, but these same concepts and rules apply to any time frame, really, right? And then you got Naked Forex. Naked Forex, all-time favorite. This goes deeper into explaining market structure, trading without indicators, how to take some entries off of different candlestick patterns, um, how to take exits, um, and this isn't that long of a book. It's about 250 pages, but definitely recommend Naked Forex. I might be reading this again. And then another one, Chart Structures, Japanese Candlestick Patterns, is this one. Uh, this is like, so uh, the Candlestick Bible is like the grandchild to this book, right? This is like the grandfather of understanding candlestick patterns because this book is one of the first books that's really based on understanding price action and just different candlestick patterns, right? So all through this book, they go through and explain what um, different candlestick patterns mean, different chart patterns. Like this goes deeper into explaining the morning star, right? Um, Deeper into explaining a doji star, a doji, what that means, the psychology behind it. Um, Patterns you probably never even heard of called like one on neck pattern, right? In neck pattern, thrusting patterns, like piercing patterns, right? This book goes into explaining those kind of patterns. Harami cross, tweezers, and dark cloud cover. Like some of these you may have heard of. Tweezers with a piercing bottom, like all kind of combinations of different patterns. So that's what this book is, right? I'll be honest though, this book is great, but don't read this at night because you will fall asleep. There's nothing about this book that is going to keep you awake.
So it's all technical.
All
But
tech.
Corey, every time I'm trying to go through the candlestick, I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm telling you.
If you think the Candlestick Bible is bad,
It's boring.
Well, I dropped the
think
YouTube video for you guys to go over the candlestick trading Bible.
if you think Candlestick Bible is bad, then you ain't even close to ready for this, because this will have you mouth open, drooling, kind of sleep right here. So yeah, that one is a. Whew. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I have read about 5 chapters in here, and the book has 13, I think. Let's see.
That's not too bad.
It is horrible, actually.
Oh,
It has 16 chapters. I've had this book either hard copy or PDF for about 3 years now.
oh wow.
Because it's that boring. I ain't gonna lie. But it's good information. It's probably why I ain't the best trader in the world right now. Because I haven't read this book, right?
What
Again,
one? Which one?
this one, Japanese candlestick pattern. This one right here. This is a classic right here. And then this is another one that's boring.
Oh
But
my.
That book is too thick.
yeah, this one's boring, but it is a lot of good information.
Which one is that?
This one is Trend Following
Oh.
by Michael W. Coble. This will help you to understand how to get in longer term moves for sure. This book right here. If you want to swing trade at any point, if you want to do more long-term investing at any point, this is a good book to read. It is another jeweler. It is another jeweler.
They got an audio book.
Huh?
They got an audio version.
Yeah, this is another jeweler. I ain't gonna lie.
But you need the hard copy for the examples in the book, right?
Yeah, it's better for that. I have read probably, let me see what I read out of here.
Yeah, you about to say chapter 2.
Because I was about to say he didn't even flip far.
No, I read to about, this is only to chapter 2 right here.
I just said that.
I think, let me find where I think I folded paper in here. somewhere. Paper must have fell out. So I
I'm gonna
don't
check
even remember.
which ones of these. I have a lot of audio books.
Yeah, this one, Trend Following by Michael Koval is good. And then lastly, um, these are, I mean, of course, uh, Think and Grow Rich. Of course, this one. Now, this I've read several times, right? This mindset, though.
I have the audio of that.
Read that.
So
You should
out
probably
of
read the audio. I mean, listen to the audio and read the book.
Have you read As a Man Thinketh or The Power of the Subconscious Mind?
No, I haven't.
okay, so out of all of the books that you just showed us,
Hold on.
which
One last
one?
one.
Oh, okay.
One last one. The one you can't get past this.
Trading in the Zone.
I can't see it.
It's Trading in the Zone.
Can't get past this.
Okay.
Oh,
Man, that thing, I fell asleep on the audio. I fell asleep on reading it.
You
I'm
need
still
to work
reading
on
that.
this right here. Like you need to work your way through this book.
Okay.
And this book is mindset on top of mindset. So, as a matter of fact, even now, there's an attitude quiz in this book that I would recommend that you take before you start reading the book. And I think I got the questions somewhere. I'll see if I can find it, but they make you take the attitude survey before and after you read the book. But this guy, Mark Douglas, this book is a game changer. Like this will change your trading right here without no question or no doubt. This and the more times you read this, the more you will grow, you'll develop in your
How
trading.
many books is that in total, Corey? I think I got them all.
In total, I mean, I got more, but this is just what I had on my shelf right
Is
now.
that about 8? Is it 8?
8?
Yes, 8 books, or is it
I
more
thought
than
it
that?
was 10.
1,
10? Okay, so I'm missing 2. I mean, I got them. I'm just trying to put a list together so I can give you guys a cart list.
I downloaded Trading in the Zone on my printer because that was one of the books that Kim had told us to read a long time ago when I first started this mentorship.
It's the
And
PDF
she said
version.
instead of going and buy the book, just go in online. So I went in online and downloaded it. So
Yep.
I have it.
If persons don't have that book, I have it in PDF.
Yeah, some of these I have in PDF. I'll see.
I can get it to some persons if they want.
You say you have it in T what?
In PDF.
Some of them I
What is
have on
PDF?
PDF, and I'll send what I have.
It's a
I
format.
said it before, but I guess I do need to send it again.
No, I have Naked Forex.
Okay, so out of all of those books, which one would you like actually recommend for like truly struggling beginner? So the one that you say just you must absolutely read this one.
You need to read Candlestick Bible. You need to
Yes.
read.
Is there a more upbeat version of the Candlestick Bible?
No, you got to get through it.
Okay.
No, so you can't. Ain't
The
no.
one he's talking about is the one that's in Discord. I just dropped the YouTube link to it too. The guy's breaking the whole book down on YouTube.
Oh, okay. You say you just dropped a link for it?
Yeah.
Candlestick Bible. Naked Forex. You need to read that. The Ultimate Price Action Guide, Trading Guide, out of these books that I just showed you. And this will get you going as far as your trading and understand trading. And then Trading in the Zone. Those 4 books. Out of all these, you need to read those 4 books.
Okay.
Did you say Calm Trader? I thought you said that.
Yeah, you need to read Calm Trader, but if you read Trading in the Zone, that'll cover that too.
Okay.
That'll cover Calm Trader and Trading Psych, the Ultimate
Okay.
Trading Psychology Guide. That's just like a piece of what trading in the zone is. Those two books about trading psychology, those are just a piece of what trading in the zone is going to give you. So that's kind of where you want to go with that. Trading in the zone is pretty much the best, one of the best mindset trading books that you can find on the market. And then the rest of those are just small pieces of it, right? So it's going to give you some of what trading in the zone going to give you. And then Naked Forex will break down everything for you as far as understanding price action goes, candlestick patterns and stuff like that, support, resistance, and some entry setups, right? So that was a good question. Now, the next question, how to calculate stop loss and take profit. This is a question that is not, there's no one answer to that question, because you can and will be calculating your stop losses and your profits based off of, one, based off of what you're trading, then two, based off of your account, and then three, based off of the market structure. So there is no general answer to that, right? Some people will say, oh, I'm gonna use a 50 pip stop loss, or I'm gonna use a 30 pip stop loss, or whatever. And you know, that doesn't always work all the time, right? So I can only show you an example of, you know, based off of the pair that I'm trading, right? So let's go to a pair that is an easy pair. So, then go, where did that go? All right, so Euro USD, right? Put this up here in the corner. So, hypothetically speaking, right?
Mhm.
Let's say I'm gonna trade break of this area right here. In this area right here. This is buy, this is sell, right?
Mhm.
And if I'm looking to trade this area for the buy, the first thing I notice is there is nothing to my left above here.
Book is dedicated to Jerry Hardy, my best man, my dad.
Oh, okay.
So that's the first thing you're gonna notice is um, there is nothing to the left for the buy. For the sell, there is a lot to the left, right? two things you need to notice. If you look at a chart and there's nothing to the left like this, then in order for you to find a target, you need to go to a higher time frame, right? So now we see some candles to the left, right? And this is looking at the weekly, right? So for us, this is a weekly rejection. The first time I see some price is over here, right here. The next time I see some is right here, right? The next time I see some is over here in this area, right? Those are potential targets, right? If I measure that, this is 60 points for this trade, right? So I know that from here to here, that's 30 pips, right? On EU, this is pushing it, right? So maybe instead of using this as a target, I'm gonna just pull it down just a little bit, right? Because overall, we know that EU don't move like that, but there should be some signs of rejection in between here, and we found it right here, all the way back in 2006. All I did was move my levels down, and I found out that there was some kind of rejection. So now I know that if it breaks above this high and pushes up, I should at least hit this. If it breaks above this, I should at least hit this. If it breaks above that, I should at least hit that. And we got this by simply looking to the left, looking on the higher time frame, and finding the target from there, right? Now, you'll have a different circumstance when you trade the sell, right? So in this case, we have, let me do this. In this case, we have recent price action right here, right? So if I sell, here is my first rejection area, right here. All I got to do is look outside of the structure that I'm trading out of. Here's the first wick right here. Now I look below this. Where do I see wicks? Right here, right? Right around here. And I get the most touches. I know that I came a little further down than right here, but I get the most touches if I bring it right here. I could bring it up to here. I could do that too. And that's what I'll do. But just kind of understand that this is okay right here. Let's just bring it right here. Just to be politically correct. Then below that, this would be my next rejection area, but that's too close, right? So we'll use this level and just put it in between, right? I get the most touches off of this level right here, where me using this wick, this little structure right here, this wick, this. I get the most touches right there. And then if I want to keep going, the next area underneath here, these wicks won't work because it's not working, but I do have this low right here, right? Just to get some more touches, I'll slide it up to about right here. And that looks good. And if we measure this from the area we're looking to break from, this altogether is 70 pips. So we got a whole setup. And then what can happen a lot of times is these areas that we use to be rejection can actually be sell breaks and buy breaks too. So always keep that in mind. right? These aren't just, these levels are rejection levels. You can trade these for the buy. You can trade them for sales. They are targets, they're area where price has come to and rejected at some point in time. And when we make these targets, right, these are potential areas, right? This is where it could go. Not to say exactly that it's gonna go to these areas, but this is, if it breaks above this or it breaks below this, I have to get to, like, if it breaks below this and it starts to push down and it wants to go further down, I have to go through this area to get to this next area, right? So if it breaks and hit this, this is the most recent area where price has been. And if it pushes below this, right, there's a likelihood that I'm gonna pass through this area, right? If it breaks below this, there's a likelihood I'm gonna pass through this area too, right? And to keep it a general sense, right? You know, once you start getting near these areas, you know that price has rejected at some point in time before this. And you know that because of that, you can target these same areas because price is gonna want to return to where it's been before. Just like we noticed that this first target came from 2006, right? This target came from 2018 and this one came from 2018. It's gonna want to go where it's already been. So anytime you box in price and you want to get the reaction of how price is going to trade, or if you want to trade rejection, you know, or a retest, you always want to look to find where price is going. Like right here, we could have traded a retest or a rejection entry right here because of what happened over here. It held. Just like if this breaks below this, we're going to look to target right here in this area because this is the last place that is rejected from and it broke from right here. So this area right here, right? It rejected this area and it broke from this area. It rejected this area and it broke from this area, right? And that's the best way to kind of see where you should be taking your trades from is when you draw your lines across, right? You see your rejections and all this kind of stuff, your zones and stuff like that. Where are the areas where price is rejected, 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 broke, rejected, right? Where are those areas, right? Because those are the areas that you're looking for on the chart. And the more you can see them and better you can see them, you see how this, I'm just dropping lines. It looked like it's just random, but these are areas of structure, right? That price is rejected, 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 broke through, rejected, rejected, broke through, re- and rejected, 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 right? That's what you're looking for when you see a zone, right? And these zones that I got marked off, these may come from this time frame, higher time frames, you know, but the more you do this, the easier it'll be like for you to see this kind of stuff, right? So same thing with this. I could keep going for days, you know, to see, you know, rejection, you know, rejection and breakouts, right? Price broke through an area, rejected. There's a smaller one inside here, right? Broke through, rejected, rejected, broke through, rejected. These are on smaller time frames. These are on smaller time frames, but they're still zones, right? So you go back up to where we are now. If the price was to break below this, you would make this another sell zone right here. And you would make this another sell zone because there's a gap right here as far as recent price action goes, right? The only target you got recently is this area right here, right? So once it breaks from here and gets down in this area, you got a clean chart all the way down to here, right? Until you start to look left to find that there is a wick that's sticking out at 1.20114 until you scroll left some more and find out that there is another wick all the way over here at 1.20351. So now where we thought we just had a clean shot down, we just found zones from, I should have went to the higher time frame, but I didn't. But if we went to the higher time frame, we would have saw that these came from the higher time frame to show us that, okay, there is some rejection down here, right? There is some rejection. So that's how you want to find your targets. Now, the other question is, what about stop losses? And I'm gonna clear off some of this stuff. And stop losses are essentially the same, right? So I take this for a buy. My overall target, 62 pips, right? In this case, I could use my sell break as my stop loss, and I would still be about 2-to-1, right? Where my reward is 60 pips and some change. My sell is about my stop loss in this case is only 34 pips. So it's almost 1 to 2, almost 1 to 2, but it's 1 to 1.87, where 1 is the risk, this red box, 1.87 is this green box right here, right? So that's what you're thinking about when you looking for risk reward, right? You want to always be at least 1 to 2, right? Let me look and see. Okay, you always want to at least be 1 to 2, right? Just like if I'm gonna sell this, I need to look for the same situation, right? In this case, I can use my high as my stop loss in this case, right? All the time, it won't be this case all the time, but in this particular instance, this is one way you can do it, right? In this case, you 1 to 2, 1 to 2.4, right? 1 is the 34 pips, 2 is 2.4 is the 73.6 pips you would be looking to earn, right? Another way you can do your stop loss is by using same thing we learned before, recent rejection, right? I'm gonna clear off some of this stuff. Clear off some of this. Hold on. Okay. All right. So another way to look at this. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. Okay. Another way to look at this is recent rejection, right? So if I was going to buy at this high, let's go to the 1 hour, right? And let's say, you know, I don't want to use this as my stop loss, right? So in this case, instead of me using a stop loss that's all the way down here, right? And I know my trade is 62, right? 60 something pips. If I wanted to, I could put my stop loss below this rejection, right? And use stop loss that's here for this same trade, right? Because I'm saying to myself that if it breaks out above and comes back down, as long as it holds above this rejection, I'll stay in the trade. And what this does is this will allow me to take what was once a 35 pip stop loss and move it to a roughly about 20 pip stop loss. So that knocks off about 10 pips that I would be risking, right? And it also makes my reward to risk, um, my risk reward ratio better. Because now I was just 1.87 to 1 or 1.89 to 1 or 1 to 1.89. Now I just moved to 1 to 3.88. And it's important for you to keep up with this, right? Because you want to keep up with this kind of stuff because there are there's data that shows if you don't keep a good risk reward ratio, you'll be a losing trader, you know. And you always want to be 2 to 1, and you really want to be above 2 to 1. If you can keep and maintain anywhere between 2 to 1 or however you want to word it, 1 to 2, 2 to 1, whatever the case is, then you have a better odds of being a profitable trader, right? So um so in this case, your stop loss could be here. And then even today, when we took that trade, when I was like, we can go to the indices now, where this was my entry right here, right? I use this as my recent rejection right over here, right? So if my entry was right here, price for me, I didn't want it to go lower than this. It eventually did go a little lower than it right here, went about right here, right? And I was okay with staying in a trade, but I didn't want you guys to, I didn't want to trade against Kim, right? And that's basically what happened today. I didn't want to trade against Kim, but I was comfortable with staying against in this trade as long as it didn't break and close below this, and it never did. It only wicked it, and then it immediately shot up, right? And for me and you guys that stayed in this trade, the risk reward on this trade was immaculate, right? We only saw maybe we only saw at most 30 something pips of drawdown. And this trade really went 310 pips. And this trade, I think I got out at 301, 304, 304 pips. So if you got out when I called it on the session, I mean, if you got out when I told you to get out and take partials around 11 something, it was around 300 pips in profit. So that means that your trade and my trade end up being 8-1, almost 9-1 risk reward ratio, right? So what this means in the grand scheme of things, right? Let's say tomorrow we lose a trade that is 100 pips, right? We still good on profit because we just got 300 pips out of this trade. So if I lose a trade tomorrow and it's 100 pips, I'm still up 200 pips. If I lose a trade tomorrow or I scratch a trade tomorrow that's 30 pips, I'm still up 270 pips. That's why this is important, because you can have situations like this where winning a trade or losing a trade don't even matter, right? It don't even matter. I could go in and just close my eyes right now and put a trade in, and as long as the trade doesn't have a stop loss that's 300 points, I'm still gonna be up for the week, you know? You see what I'm saying? So that's why this kind of stuff is important, right? I could go in tomorrow and lose a trade all the way up to 304 pips, and I'll at least have the capital that was in my account still prior to that, right? That's why this important, right? So again, you want to make sure that you at least 2-1 on all your trades, right? The other thing, this little sheet, I've sent this a couple of times, right? So let's use an example. Let's say you got a $5,000 account, or let's use 1,500, right? And you want to know what your lot size should be, right? And say you're trading Euro USD, and we'll use that example we had before, right? You see from this that you want to do 3-1, 3.88-1, right? So if that's the case, you're willing to lose 16.4 pips. You're trying to gain 63.6 pips. So 16.4 pips is my risk. My reward will be 63.6 pips. And I'm only want to risk 3% of my account, right? Let's go with that. It would tell me right off the top, I should be using a 0.2. You just shift the decimal over one place. 0.27, 0.27 for this trade. And if I lose this trade, I'm only gonna lose $45. If I win this trade, my trade will be $174.50 roughly. My risk reward on this trade is, like it says, 3.88. Now, the only thing about this sheet is something that I built for this myself, right? So I can send this to you anytime you want to, but just know that the only thing about this sheet is if you are doing indices and you have a situation where the broker is different, make sure you read these notes, right? Because where Cot Hugo's Way is 0.01, $1 per pip. If you have a broker like FX Choice, 0.01, 10 cent per pip, right? Your gain loss examples, if you get 100 pips on a 0.01, you just made $10 on FX Choice. If you use a 0.1 and you make 100 pips, you just made $100. On Hugo's Way and Cot Forex, those kind of brokers, if you do a 0.01, that's $100. If you do a 0.1, 100 pips is $1,000, right? And that just means that when you see these lot sizes that are calculated, and let's just say we doing an indice which has, let's say, 160 pip stop loss and a 250 pip target, right? This 0.03, shift the decimal over 1, you should be using a 0.03, right? But that's based off of an FX Choice account. Of course, if you're using Hugo's Way or anything like less than that, your minimum is only a 0.01. So you would need to only use a 0.01 on this trade, right? So, but if you trade FX Choice, you can use a 0.03. If you use Hugo's Way, it's a 0.01. So you wouldn't raise your lot size until you went to a different broker or you used a different pair, right? But this works out for every other pair that you'll be able to trade on Hugo's Way. So don't worry that that's the case, right? So I'm gonna send this again. I'll send this again. And then I'm just gonna drop it in the whole group. Yeah, I'll just drop it in the Telegram. Position size calculator. And I had to make this because I didn't like what was online. You can find these online too, but they don't account for the indices. So that's the only thing. So it's in the group. Let me forward this over here. Okay. And that answered those two questions. The other question was, where'd they go?
The next question was how to make adjustment for, okay.
Got it. Okay. How to make adjustment on Kim's trade on your broker? That's a good question. So, I don't know why this keeps deleting itself, but so here is a good way to look at it, right? So we're going to keep this broker open right here. This Owanda, right? This is the broker that she calls her trades based off of, Owanda, right? And I'm going to open up another broker right next to me, right? So This is Euro USD Owanda. This means that my broker is Owanda and all of the data is coming from Owanda. If we look at price where it is right now, let me zoom in a little bit. If we look at where price is right now, it is at 1.21488, right? This broker is Owanda as well. But let's look and see what Euro USD looks like on a different broker. So right now in the symbol search, I got a bunch of different Euro USD options from a bunch of different brokers, right? If you scroll down this list, we got brokers all the way from whoever, you know, but let's just randomly pick one of these brokers. Let's use FXCM. I never heard of them before, right? Oh, these fools are only a pip away, so I don't want to use them. Let's use forex.com. Yeah, still only a pip away. Of course they would be good and close. All right, this worked. All right, so if you look at this right now, right, and we're gonna go to the 1 hour, right? The price is 1.121495, and the price over here is 1.21480, right? So even though the numbers are different, right? If we zoom in, isn't the structure still similar, right? I could still box this rejection off right here. I could still box this rejection off right here. I can still break rejection over here, sell rejection over here, right? Because it's not so important that you really focus on the numbers so much, right? You want to basically focus on the fact that the structure is still similar or the same as this broker, right? So in this case, when Kim calls out a trade at, let's get the coordinates over here, right? And tells you to buy the break of this number, right? And tells you to sell the break of this number, right? These numbers are based off of Owanda, right? And when you buy and your broker is going to be, if you try to do the same thing, right? Your broker is going to be buy the break of this number, sell the break of this number, right? Totally different numbers, right? So instead of you looking at what your broker is telling you, you need to remember the fact that the trade is called based off of these numbers. So whatever this is telling you to do, you market execution over here on your broker. So if the trade comes up and says, buy the break here, and it triggers on Owanda, all you need to do is go to your broker and enter the trade. That's all you need to do. You don't need to worry about this number, 1.217071000, because you needed to break based off of Owanda. So when you go into your account, or when you get your alert and Kim says enter the trade, you enter it based off of this, right? Just like if price is about to hit TP, let's say we trading this, right? Price about to hit TP, right? On your broker, TP is right here, and TP is at let's say for you, TP was here, right? On your broker, TP is here too, right? But for you, in this case, for you in this case, when you hit TP over here, you hit TP at 1.2152. Hang on. For you, you hit TP at 1.21512. If you put the line in the same place, 1.21512, right? You see the difference? You didn't hit it on your broker, right? Until just now. So there's a situation where, because you didn't hit it on your broker, you missed it, even though you clearly hit it on Owanda. So if you hear or see that it hit on Owanda, you close out on your broker manually, right? You don't wait for your broker number to hit, because just like you see price now, it's closer and hitting the price over here, but it's not over here, right? That's why you don't want to pay attention to that, right? So on your broker, you automatically just go in your broker account, TP1 hit, bam, close the trade out, or whatever you want to do, take a partial, right? TP2 hit on Owanda, bam, go to your broker, close the trade out, or take your partial, right? All this happening on Owanda, right? So over here, TP2 hit, right? TP2 hit right here, right? Bam, close the trade out, immediately go to your broker, close the trade out, or take a partial, right? That's what you're doing, right? Based off of what is happening over here on Owanda. Over here on your broker, don't do nothing but open and exit trades. That's all you really want to do on your own broker. All of your information and trade data is coming from Owanda, right? So on TradingView, right? Or whatever the chart is that they use. Everybody got it?
So I'm basically setting my trading view to whatever broker that Kim is using. Okay.
And then you're entering and exiting based off of this broker, Owanda, if that's the broker that's used. If she gives out a trade that's on any other broker, you need to make sure that what you have on TradingView is lined up with that broker. And that's how you'll enter and exit the trade.
And Corey, every now and then, when I'm looking at TPs, I think of it as like a entry area. It don't have to always be an exact number. And I used to be like a robot waiting for it to hit that TP, and it would be like 3 pipettes away, and I'm saying okay, and you don't have to take all the money, because it's better to close not making $10 extra than to go back into red.
Exactly.
So you don't always have to wait for it to hit that exact number.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mm.
So let me do one thing. Let me pause this right quick. Somebody at my door. Hold on. I'm gonna pause this really, really quick. Um, where can I pause the recording? So I can't. So just give me 1 second.
So if anybody need my cash app for the 300 something pips they won today, man, look out.
What trade you talking about, Thomas?
I was just teasing about
I don't
the
know.
the 300 pips from
I lost. I lost 2 trades today, but
don't worry about it. As long as you learn from it.
yeah, I mean, I learned something new. I took it. It's it was just SPX. It had me off my game, and then gold. I took gold too early and didn't realize that I still had to push up at my fib in the wrong place. Well, not my fib, I had my kill zone marked wrong. I had my 1 hour kill zone marked as my 4 hour kill zone by accident.
Thomas, how long have you been trading?
Time you got an SPS, bro.
I really I started I think the end of November last year. Now I was turned off because I did lose around March, right after COVID hit. And I stayed out the market till I think June. And I did a lot of reading. I did a lot of demoing and and a lot of videos. And so, you know, and the value is always there. I think for the most part, and I know I over answered your question, but for the most part, it's not until after you read, you have to practice what you read. And that's what the demo count is all about.
So, how long did it take you to get over your initial learning curve?
The truth is, I'm still learning. What I learned about my trading is not to be so impulsive, not to try to get the whole move, um, and pretty much stick to your goal. The moment, and I don't. If you've listened to each of these educators, even Travell now, sometimes once we reach our goal, we're looking for more, and that's when it bites you, and then you're trying to chase back what you had. So
Yep.
you have to walk away and be satisfied, because the moment greed hits you, you're gonna it it reminds you that you need to stick to your rules. So you have to have your rules set and stick to them.
So,
Big
I heard
fact.
that one of your rules is, walking away and not being greedy. What's another one of your rules?
My other rule is to kill the noise, and that's part of not being greedy. Everything for me is impulsive, because what I'll do is I have other alerts that come on, and gold is not my friend right now, and hasn't been for a while, but it's not a bad pair. It's just that I'm not good with it. So when I look at my journal, and I see what I've lost in, I stay away from those things. So that journaling is important. And I know a couple of the people are on who I talk to every now and then, and I have scorecards for my educators. And it's not to say they're bad. It's just that it's some of the educators, like if they say, okay, take US, JPY, I'll write down their name and the thing in my journal, and if they've lost for me 3 times, and it's not to say they did it, it's me that lost it. um, I don't take JPY, or, some, it's like quarterbacks. Some have good winning ratios, some don't. So I've eliminated a lot of educators and just went with the solid ones. Or I just take my own trades other than Kim's. And sometime, I'm 50-50, maybe, well, let me give it more. I'm about 75 with Corey. I'll take Corey trades because he really thinks about it. And I'm not as patient as he is. So when he's really thinking about it, I jump in and I just keep my stop loss close. So I'm still a little impulsive, but I try not to lose them, like in terms of
Yeah.
my stop loss close to my entries.
So, all right, let me catch my breath. Been running up and down some stairs.
You're always running. That's the problem.
So I don't know if I answered your questions, or if I was able to enlighten what you was curious about.
You answered it. So you're saying, are you saying for yourself, from what I understand, you said choose my educators wisely, right? Make sure that I journal. I didn't get a chance to ask you what it was that you journaled.
No,
And also
from the
not to be
journal.
impulsive
Yeah,
and not to be greedy.
definitely not be greedy.
Yep.
Greed will bite you in the ass every time.
That's a good question. You just. That's a good statement you just made, Thomas.
And let me say this one last thing before I forget. And it's not so much that the educators are good or bad. Everybody have their days, and most of the time you win, with your educators. But what happens is, for me, starting back in the end of November last year, I was all over the place with a lot, well, I take that back. I was only learning one strategy. And when I came into the mentorship, there was so many educators and it was a lot of information. And you have to really just zone out and pick one. The benefit of the all educators is at least you get to see which one you relate to well, and that communicates what you see and help you see what you need to see. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could win from it, but you have to put in the work. If you don't put in the work, it'll show.
So outside of wins and losses, what else do you put in your trading journal?
I put how I felt. I put what kind of day I was having. I I'll also put why I took the trade. Was it because it was a signal? Was it an educator? All kinds of little information that helped me know, like maybe if I look at it 3 months from now, I'll know something, like I could relate to it and it'll make sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for answering my questions.
Not a problem.
And that was a great answer. That was a great answer, Thomas. You pretty much told the same thing I would put. I got this journal full. This one go back to 2017, right here. I wasn't consistent in writing in this, but this goes back to 2017. This one,
The trading's journal that costs like $7-8 from Amazon.
Yeah,
I don't have
I'm actually revamping it right now, so that way we can have a better one. I'll have it out probably like by the end of the week. That way everybody can print it off and go to Staples and have them put it together for them. Because it's good, but it doesn't have enough space for everybody to write things down.
Somebody I know that's actually sitting right next to me right now, she put a good sheet in the chat one time for you to journal. If this person want to pop their head on the session right now. Hi. Say that's Topaz.
I
Hey,
was just about to
Topaz.
say that.
I was gonna name drop, but I said let me hold it out.
Straight Devo, right? But anyway, this journal started in July. I actually been consistent in this one. Um, you can see this trade that like I can go October 22nd, silver trade, retraced to the 4-hour kill zone, waited for the 38, 618 retracement. Target 1 through 3 smash. Stop loss is at break even. And partial at TP3 and held the rest. Created a pool in the Telegram chat as well in order to collect data regarding the trading, who took silver, who took PM London. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm writing similar stuff. October 22nd at 9:41 p.m. presidential debate, right? As far as the debate, starting at 9 p.m., only wick near 34.49 from the 15-minute chart. And on the 30-minute chart, so far, there have been no impulsive moves and all the price action has been on low volume. The highest candle at the moment went 1,000, so 10,000 on volume and stuff like that. My data, the data is actually coming off of my FX Blue account. So I don't really put my entries, X's and stuff like that because I get that from off of FX Blue. So that's why I like to use both of them. And then I think the other good thing about starting out that you need to do is you need to keep the journal, work on your mindset. You need to you got to put in the work. Like that's really the biggest thing. Like I still sit on my computer and look at the charts for like a whole weekend, right? Like if it's something that I want to learn or something I want to teach myself, like I'll spend hours and hours and hours and hours in front of my computer uh, and on my desktop, on my laptop, on my phone, I'm reading, I'm listening to something all the time about this, right? So you got to take the same approach. If you want this, you need to want it, right? If this is what you want to do, or this is what you think can help your family get out of what you're trying to go through, or not trying to go through, but what you're going through, you need to do it. You need to lock in, right? You need to set goals. You need to plan this out, right? And then the last question is, what is your favorite and least favorite candlestick pattern? I don't think I have a favorite or a least favorite because each one of, everything has everything has a reason why it's happening, right? What I will say though is I don't like to see ugly wicks like this, and I'm getting a trade. Like if I was trying to buy right here, I don't want to see this ugly wick come down like this because I could have been in this buy, right, from this low right here. I could have been in this buy from this low, from this point right here, right? And going in good profit, right? But a wick like this that just came down, my stop loss probably would have been right here, snatched me out the trade for no reason, and it still kept going up, right? That is I don't like to see that. Or like this one right here. Um, this one right here. Because the whole time, this candle was going up the whole time. But it wicked all the way down here. The candle opened up right here. And it wicked. The wick was 30 pips, right? And on like US 30, this wick is like 200 pips probably. You know what I mean? Like this is let's see, this is December 10th at 9. December 10th at 9. Let's look at it. December 10th. Okay. Like
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
this wick right here. Like if I was trying to, you know, sell right here or something, break a structure, like say for instance, I was gonna sell the break of this area. Let's just say that. And my stop loss, I would have been using this high, right? It came up, wicked me out the trade, and then dropped. And this wick was 135 pips. So I don't care so much about the that there's no favorite candlestick, or I just don't like manipulation. Like this was always going down right here. Even from down here, it went down even further. It was always going down after it broke right here. But it came all the way back up just to drop in the direction. So if I had a sold right here, I would have got taken out of my trade for no reason because it just still went in the direction. So I hope that answered the question.
So is there a candlestick pattern that you can say like almost 9 times out of 10 will show you that your pattern or your trend is about to reverse?
No,
No.
there
Okay.
is no perfect or high probability candle because it's not always the candlestick pattern you need to be concerned with. You need to look at the candlestick patterns, but also understand the psychology and the concept behind what's going on, right? So if I'm near a high and I see a wick rejection, right? This is needs to set me up to possibly get in a sale from here, right? Because I'm seeing wick rejection right here, right? So I may think this is showing me that this is gonna sell, right? Because I'm seeing exhaustion. And that's really what this is showing me, that the market is exhausting, right? Or just like here, I could be thinking that I'm ready to sell just because I see this candlestick pattern, right? Tweezer right here, Harami right here, pin bar right here. But if I enter this trade right here, I have to go in the drawdown because I'm entering it based off of these candles, and then it pushes up and it finally drops. I just need to understand that what's going on, right? And until I get what I need to see in order to know that this is going to drop, then that's when I would, you take the trade. Some good A good example of that is like right down here. It's an evening star right here. If this doesn't happen at this area, I don't even pay attention to this, right? Because this is an evening star right here, but it's not near rejection, right? Or let's see, this is an evening star right here, but this isn't what pushed me up, right? So it's only important when these things become more important when they're near a certain level, right? So you get more accuracy if you're trading these candlestick patterns near a certain level, right? If I'm near high, then I want to see that I get this bearish engulfing candle. If I'm near a low, I want to see this evening star, a morning star, whatever you want to call it, right? If I'm near this rejection right here, I want to see that I get a tweezer. But I get even more confirmation because I see this wick rejection, this hammer right here. So I got a hammer and a tweezer, and then the market go up. I got an evening star at rejection, then the market go up. That's when it's important. That's when candlesticks are important. Does that answer the question?
Yes, pretty
Don't
much.
forget the good
Thank you.
candlestick, Corey. The,
Uh,
new, the other candlestick is the news.
right. Right. Yeah. So it any candlestick can be 8 out of 10 if it's near a rejection or near an area that is going to break, right? Um, let's look at US 30 and is everybody like that, right? This candlestick pattern, a pin bar. Even before that, we had signs that this was slowing down right here, right here, right here. Then finally it slowed down in reverse right here. At the top, we got a bearish engulfing. At the top, we got a bearish engulfing. So that's kind of when you want to see these things happen and they become more important. We got hammer, doji, a 3 candle vector right here, and then a bearish engulfing, and then the market drop. See this all over every chart. We go to Bitcoin, same kind of stuff. Bitcoin, here's Bitcoin. Bitcoin gonna be a little more choppy, but near a high, bearish engulfing, right? Near a high, you got a vector right here. Near a low, you got a bullish engulfing right here, telling you the market going up, right? A harami right here, near low. So you need to use those patterns in combination with other things, right? So maybe you trade trend line rejections, right? So if you trade trend line rejection, you need to see price near the trend line and then create one of these patterns, right? Or if you trade support and resistance, you need to see price go to your support and create one of these patterns. Then that's when it's relevant. Got it?
Yes. My last question, even though I didn't get a chance to write it out, is how do you mentally prepare to say, well, okay, it's time for me to step away from the charts, or it's okay for me to, sit back down at the charts after going through something?
Um, I can answer that question, but I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm not the probably not the best person to answer that because you know I'll still try to trade, and I've traded sometimes when I know for a fact that I shouldn't have been trading, and for me, I lost money. You know, I wasn't thinking right. I wasn't clear. Um, I can think of like one example uh, in particular. When my grandma passed away, I still tried to trade. I lost like 3,000. Um, and then not only did I lose that 3,000, but I also lost, I had to pay for the stuff for the funeral. So my bank account got worked that week, So I was still trying to trade, right? But I ended up having to take some time off, right? Another time when I tried to trade, when I probably shouldn't have been, was when I got laid off. I think I lost like $6,000 in a day, right? And that whole week I lost. So I don't even want to tell you the number of what I lost that week because I was trading because I was scared at that time because I wasn't really planning on, losing my job at that time. So I was trying to be like, oh, I'm just gonna go in and put a bunch of money away. So I'm gonna win all these trades and all this other kind of stuff. And I end up actually losing a lot of money that week, those couple weeks actually. And for a while I was like, man, that during that time frame, like I think I had just started the mentorship around that time. And what was so funny is I would call trades out for you guys and I would lose those trades. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
guys would be
understand that.
winning the trades and I called them out. And I'm sitting over here like, what in the what's
Yeah,
wrong?
'cause his
Like
mind is psyching him out. That's why.
exactly.
He's dealing
Like,
with something.
and I was like just sitting there like maybe I don't even need to trade, right? And all y'all was on Discord in the results tab. Like I had to start looking at the results tab because
I hate that damn results tab. I'm not
people
gonna
were winning
lie.
off of my trades, and I'm sitting over here like it happened again. That same thing happened again when my grandma passed away. Like gave y'all trades that I still lost because my head wasn't there, right? And when you're doing stuff like that, and you know, especially trading some of the lot sizes, like you shouldn't be trading. You shouldn't take any trades, right? You need to just step away. And it's been some times, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's been some time even, where I've been like, man, I wish I didn't have to do pre-New York today. Or I wish I could just step away for a couple weeks or about a month and just trade on my own so I can just get my head right, and I just work through it. So you have to make a decision, right?
Mhm.
You have to make a decision like if are you going to work through it or are you going to step away? If you're going to work through it, then you need to be okay with whatever happens, right? And if you're going to work through it, you probably need to lower your risk, right? So if you trade in a live account, you need to trade with the lowest lot size, right? That you can. Um, that and maybe you need to take a TP1 diet, right? Where you only take profit at TP1 until you get your head space together. And then if you're going to take some time off, then you need to still be reading and looking at the charts, but maybe not trading, right? Maybe you just demo trade, or maybe you just, you know, maybe you are not inside of the groups as often, but you still trade on your own, and you just don't have the pressure of like meeting um, standards that the group has put out there. So that to me is and will be the best advice I can give you on that. Because I've been on both sides where I just wanted to step away. And I also been on the side that I didn't and I still just screwed up a bunch of money.
Wow. I mean, honestly, in ministry, you have those same situations where you can minister to others and they seem to be going great, and you try to minister to yourself and you seem to still crash. So I can really relate to that. But what made you, say, okay, well, it's okay now for me to trade again,
At
or
the
when
end of the
you get
day,
into a good headspace?
at the end of the day, you know, that's where the mindset come into play, right? That's why out of all the books, I recommended the Trading in the Zone. I recommended the Ultimate Trading Guide to Psychology. I recommended Think and Grow Rich. Like these are more important than all the technical stuff you're gonna read, because at the end of the day, your headspace got to be in the right place for you to be profitable. I can put in, you can know all the technical stuff in the world, and you could be out of it and miss a trade, right? I could be the most technically sound trader in the world and still be a losing trader if my headspace is not in the right space. So at the end of the day, if this is what you want to do, or you can see yourself doing this to get somewhere else, and if those things are more important than you struggling right now, then you got to push through it. You don't have no choice, right? If you can see yourself doing this and this will lead you to something even bigger, you don't have no choice but to push through it.
Mhm.
You don't
True.
have no other choice at all, right? If this is something like, I see myself making multiple six figures. I see myself, living across the world. I see this house that I just bought paid off within the next couple years, right? And I see myself being able to trade multiple accounts for my family and also making them six figures and seven figures for them. And they want, I want to open up 20 to 30. I want to have my own hedge fund where I'm just managing, first off, my family and close friends accounts, right? And I'm able to deposit thousands and thousands of dollars in their account for them just because I'm trading for them. These are goals that I see for myself, right? This is another goal for me is, you know, I want to be able to do something to give back to the community, right? Um, and I don't know what it is yet, but I want to be able to do that, right? And those are things you need money to do, right? So for me, the things that I want to do for the world, for people, for my family, for my friends are more important than me staying up for days and nights in a row in front of my computer to learn how to do something that I know can make me money on top of money. I don't even care about money. I don't care about money at all. Like I'm real simple, minimalist kind of person. Like, you know, I'll give, like, I'm the type of person, I might wear something one time and I don't care where it happened to it again. I don't buy a lot of clothes. I don't buy a lot of shoes. I don't do a lot of video games, none of that kind of stuff. Um, I like to keep a nice laptop, that's about it. And I like to travel. But outside of that, I don't spend a lot of money on a lot of stuff, right? So me wanting money is because I want to do for other people. Me wanting money means that I get to impact somebody else. So however I can get more money to impact more people is how I want to, is my reason for doing what I do.
Impact over
Wow, your
profit.
whys are beautiful.
Huh?
I said your whys are beautiful.
Yeah. And that's another thing, man. Your why may have to change, you know? Your why, you need to reevaluate your why all the time. Um, and again, being very transparent. When my grandma passed away, that was one of my biggest why, because I didn't want her in the nursing home anymore, you know? And she had gotten to the point where she had to be in a nursing home because she was immobile, we couldn't do the things that she needed to get done for her, right? I was trying my best, at one point, I had, working a job that made 6 figures and then trying to make more money, you know, on top of that. That's kind of what led me into trading in the first place, because I wanted to make more money to take care of my grandma. And, unfortunately, she passed away, but, I tried, I tried, and, you know, after that happened, I was in a real weird place because I was like, I don't even know why I'm doing this no more. But of course, still deep down, I'm still like, I have to do this. I don't know why I'm doing this or why it's so important, but then it had to be a reevaluation, right? Because I still got my sisters, you
Yeah.
know, I still got um, a, a nephew that's disabled, handicapped. He has, um, you know, he has severe case of autism. He has McEwen-Albright disease, um, and he needs special stuff. My sisters, I want to do for them. I want to do for my aunt. I want to do for you guys. I want you guys to be able to do the same thing that I'm saying that I'm doing or want to do for your family, for your friends. So I'm still evaluating fully what the why is, because that was just such a big why, for me. So I'm still like, again, more transparency. I still haven't really sat down to reconfigure what the why is on paper. I still haven't done that because I haven't really taken the time to do that yet. But
You know, why workshop?
I need a whole why workshop.
I mean, not just you, but for everybody, all of it.
Everybody,
Yeah.
everybody. Even when we did the vision board in Atlanta, I was like, you know, all I could think in my head was, I hate that I'm here right now, because I don't want no vision right now. I just want to trade and make money. I don't care why. I don't care what's going on. I don't need no vision. I just know I need to win, right? That's all I was thinking about.
Just take a drive to nowhere, huh?
Yeah, man, I don't care where I'm going. Just as long as there's money in front of there or there somewhere, I just need to get there. And that's when I was really coming off of the fact that I needed to reevaluate my new why. I hadn't determined that that was what was wrong with me. I was just mad because I wasn't making no money.
You got your why right there, Corey, man.
Exactly,
You just have to define it and put it on.
exactly, exactly. So you guys need to do the same thing, right? And for you guys that's on my team, like, man, it's some things that I think we can do that if we can do this right, everybody on this whole squad will be good. Like if and like it was one person on here right now, I know is already, I'm not even gonna say nothing, but he's headed in that path that I think we should be going into right now. And if that plays out the way, man, I know everything on the list of your why will get fulfilled. And I'm not ready to just dive into that yet because I want to make sure that y'all understand everything that y'all need to know before you take this walk in particular. But I know this will work. I know this will give you everything you need. And I just want you guys, like you said, this was good questions. These were great questions. And I'm glad that you asked these questions. I think I answered all the questions.
Yes, you answered them all. From me personally, I just want to say thank you for your transparency. Thank you for even though we were not listed kind of as a why for thinking. I mean, thank you for making us a part of your why, your current why. I truly appreciate it. I don't know how I wouldn't even be here honestly without your recommendation of coming into the mentorship. I wouldn't be here. And I would still be in a place of struggle. So, I'm sorry, I'm a little emotional.
It's all right.
Are you good?
Um, but in this mentorship, in Miss Tate, I kind of found a mom. Travell, I found a brother. He might not know that, but I have. And you're already family, and I love you, and I thank you.
I
For
appreciate
that,
that.
I really do. I thank you so much. For this. This mentorship means so much to me because I've lost so much this year, and not that it's replacing my family, but it's keeping me kind of from like going elsewhere mentally. So I thank you for that,
I
and all of y'all really.
man.
Hey, Corey, just want to apologize for being late. I was trying to take care of something, but I'm
No,
guess I'm right
no
on
excuses,
time.
man. No
Guess
excuses,
I'm
Wale. I'm just kidding.
wow.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I guess I'm right on time. Corey, you kind of said a couple things that I wanted to talk about. And yeah, the why was a big thing for me, and that's what I wanted to like focus on. I saw a couple vision boards. And I was just like, all right. I saw people's ambitions. I saw people's goals. Nothing against them, but mine was a little bit deeper. Corey and I have a similar story, and I don't talk about it. But I was a young man, and I lost my mother, and she passed away in Nigeria. And to this day, I haven't been back to see her. I couldn't. The guy, freaking idiot, the underwear bomber, made it hard for Nigerians to actually go back at that time, so I couldn't go. So my why is seeing my mother's grave. My why is making sure that she has a proper headstone. And 5 months after my mom died, my grandfather passed. So it's both of them that I'm trying to go see. That's my why. I don't care about money. I don't care about the materialism. I don't care about status. I don't care about none of that. I want to see every single one of y'all make it. Corey and I had a discussion about it. I didn't think he was going to get into it, but I want us to be the first six-figure group.
Yep.
Group.
Yep.
Not individual, but group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if I need to lean on somebody, I'm gonna lean on the people that's in the trenches with me. I'll call one of y'all up, one of the 17 on this call.
Yep.
That's what I want. That's what my thing is. Like some people are coming to me and like, dude, why did you give that information away? What do you like? Why did you do that? Because I'm not that person. If I eat, everybody eats. My last name literally translates to I'm generous with what I have. In our culture, you just don't name someone something. It actually comes to fruition. It comes true. My first name, my first name means wealth come home.
Mm.
Okay, so
Mm.
I'm renaming myself now.
both of my
Not naming
names
myself, man.
both of my names are married to my destiny.
That's
Mhm,
powerful.
You understand what I'm saying? So this is not a joke for me. This
mhm.
is serious. My why is staring me in the face every day. I don't care about clothes. I don't care about status. I don't care about none of that. I want to make it, and I want to give it to to everyone. I don't want to keep it to myself. This is bigger than just certain things.
Yeah.
I've traveled the world at 21, 22 on my own with my own little change that I can, accumulated. I want something bigger for everybody.
Mhm.
So, like I said, I apologize for being late, but I'm going through a little something right now. I'm going through a challenge that I'm kind of.
All right, bro. It's all good, man. It's all good, man. I'm just glad that everybody got this space to be this, let this kind of stuff out.
Our
Um,
platform.
Platform because it's not like you already know that it's more to this mentorship than just you know taking trades, and it's more to this platform than that, right? It's mindset, like, and all this helps build that, right? Um, and like I said, I'm glad you guys, feel comfortable and, like taking my leadership, like, like I don't consider I'm humble at the same time. So I don't never like consider I'm a leader and all that kind of stuff. I'm a do person. I do. If you follow me, then you're welcome to follow. But I'm always in do mode, do plan and react mode, right? So if what I'm doing is helping you get to your point, I thank you for, you know, allowing me to do what I'm doing and you just jumping on with me. Um, I appreciate you guys for trusting me. That's why I try to stay calm, and be, show a good example, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want anybody coming into our group, our mentorship or whatever, just thinking that it ain't something that it is. And I don't care what
Mm.
nobody else do, and how anybody else do. I don't get involved with the negative stuff that goes on. I don't care. Some of the stuff I hear it and I forget it as soon as I hear it because I don't care. And
Yeah.
that's why that's the kind of thing I want for you guys. Because all I want us focus on is how we can get our whys taken care of, get the money to get to what we're trying to do. And the last thing on this list is what's that thing that gets you from being afraid? Because there are a lot of people riding their hopes on you. Um, I I don't care about nothing but seeing people win. I don't care about nothing else other than that. Like I just want to see y'all win. I want to see myself win. I want to see my family win. I want to see my friends' family win. I want to see people I don't know win. I want to see people I just met out of the blue on the train win. I want to go. I want the next time the people drop some food off at my house, I want that person to win. I ain't even see him drop the food off at my house, but somebody came and left food at my door. I want to see them win, right? I want to see the person that um one of the ball sons who played basketball. he got cut from the Detroit Pistons, right? I want to see him on a team, right? Because by you guys winning, it's making my, it's helping me understand that one, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing if you winning. And two, that means you're getting what you need to get done, taken care of. Your whys are taken care of. And on top of all that, if I'm winning, that means that my family is winning, my friends are winning, so why not? Like, it's enough wins in this world for everybody. Like, you don't run out of air, you don't run out of sleep, and you don't run out of wins. Like, there's endless supply of all of those. And we can gotta find out where ours is.
Corey, and I'll just say this real quick with the winning. Your wife is already transparent. I mean, I listen to Wale, and he's a duplicate of you. Travell he's young, but he's getting it. And Naomi's hungry. Miss Tate, I see you on here all the time, and so is so many other people here. And so we're all winning. I love the conversation we had with Fred the other day, affirming and speaking life into your word and just saying, you know what, instead of I'm my worst critic, I'm my best critic. And so as we sharpen one another and we sharpen ourselves, this community is about winning. And so we could only win because we're around winners. So we are winners.
I'm gonna be here for y'all if this community ain't even here no more. This whole thing could blow up. I don't care. If y'all still in my Telegram, it ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. I don't. You
I ain't
know.
going nowhere. I got your phone number.
You know, I
Hunt you down.
don't delete nobody out of the Telegram group. I don't care if any page. Well, I do care about that, but if you don't, I ain't gonna delete you out the group unless you just ain't been in there for 5 years, right? You don't never get on no calls or nothing like that. Then I'm probably gonna delete you. But for the most part, the rest, the majority of the people, I still will look out for them, and if I take you out of this group, I got another Telegram group of people that I just know, and I still help them every time they need some help. So I'm loyal to a fault sometimes. So
I mean, Corey, I just hope
want to
that
say something. Okay.
Go ahead, Ms. Tate. I'm sorry.
Okay. I just wanted to say something too. When I first came into this mentorship and Kim had opened it up, and my daughter knew that I had listened to Kim's trades on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays, because I would go to her house when she did the trades. But when she opened it up and she said, "Oh, I know somebody on her team. His name is Corey." And I said, "Oh, really?" She said, "Yeah, I'm gonna call him right now. I'm gonna call him right now." So, and when she called him and you called her back and we talked and you introduced me to Kim right on live, and I was like, "Oh, wow." I just felt like it was a privilege, but I find that this group that we're in right now seems like it's more spiritual, with helping everybody else out. And I've become more in my spiritual life. I think I've become a better person just being in here and listening to all you guys and the things that have happened to you and no more definite things that I want for my wives. Because I listed them when we first started this long time, back when I came in here in August or September, one of them. So I have mine written down, but like you said, I need to go back and critique some of the stuff that I have here. But I'm just very happy to be here, even though I am the oldest now. But that's all right. And no big deal. And 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 even though we haven't done the FX Blue like we,
Don't
you and
worry.
I, you know.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
Miss Kid. Age is
got
just a
you.
number.
I
I
got
got. I need to. I think I need to have your daughter over there with you at the same time. That's all.
We need to do that.
As a matter of fact, she and I actually talked a couple days ago, and she
Oh,
was,
really?
she said she was going to your house and was gonna call me when she got there, but I was in Puerto Rico,
Oh, okay.
so
Okay.
that I was gonna do that actually that day, but she called me a little too late, and I had already left to go over there, but I got you. But I appreciate you. And like out of all the people, like I'm glad you came on my team. Like I want the matriarch. I want the oldest person on here because you be grinding harder than everybody. Like
She
you
be
don't,
on everything. I'm like,
you
dang.
don't, you don't miss nothing. And I'd be like,
Miss Tate right there, boy.
man, this call had 30 people on here. Like, but I know Miss Tate on there.
Corey, I be getting mad. I'm like, wait, what we only got 15 people on here. It's 100 some people in our room. Where the hell everybody at? I be getting like frustrated, like, yo, this is not cool. Everybody get up on here. Let's go. I don't care if you're in the shower. You better turn this dang thing on and listen.
Mhm.
Well, Corey, I just wanted to say this. I listened to what you said before Fred got on. And I just want to say, whenever you feel doubt concerning yourself, my prayer, my hopes is that you remember our words concerning you. So whenever you feel inadequate about yourself, concerning yourself in any situation, just remember that there are people looking at you, not because you are inadequate, but because you are adequate and you're helpful and you're knowledgeable. And we are looking at you. So, my prayer is that you lean on those words. Like literally the other day, Donovan and I were having a conversation in the kitchen. And honestly, when talking about you, he was tearing up, but he was saying how proud he is of you and how far you've come and how, he's like, I can't believe he's come so far. So whenever you start to like feel doubt concerning yourself, just remember our words. We are proud of you. We are grateful for you. And I don't see any mistakes that you're making, but if you are making them, I'm sure they're not that big mistakes, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Like, I can't even really put it into words, man. How much I appreciate y'all. Hold on 1 second. I need him to get on these charts though, while he tearing up.
Uh, no, but he really was like, he was like, I'm so proud of him, man. If he only knew. He tries. He
Don't
really does
cry
try.
in front of the charts.
Huh?
If he's crying in front of the charts, he can probably want to. But if he just crying, then tell him to wipe that stuff up and go on.
I'm
Y'all
gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell
y'all
him.
got Topaz over here cheesing and nodding her head.
Hey, Topaz is a gym right there, man.
Yeah.
Wale too.
Look, she over here. Come on, let me put her on. She over here. Now, this lady right here, I'm gonna tell y'all how and why she here. She said matter of fact, you about to tell them why.
You want me to tell them the story? Like
Yeah.
why this popped up?
Yeah.
So, okay, so you guys know like a lot of churches aren't open right now. So I've been listening to TD Jakes to get my sermons in. And it was like a Wednesday night Bible study, and he was talking about this story. I'm not gonna go into the whole thing, but long story short, a man falls under a tree, passes out, and an angel comes by and he's like, wake up, and gives him some food. And then he falls back asleep, and then the angel wakes him up again and says, wake up, you need to eat, because where you're going, you don't have enough food, you don't have enough strength. So it's stunning. And he tied the whole story into the fact that a lot of us, especially people who like had like a long series, like streak of success, like everything goes well for you, and a lot of people count on you to get stuff done. If you're kind of like that person, then he's like, make a list of all the people that count on you every day. And he's like, from the smallest people, like for Corey, it would literally be all of us and other people in mentorship and your family, your kids, maybe your church, like all the people that need you. And then write another list of all the people who pour back into you, people that when you're around them, you feel replenished, you feel fulfilled, you feel like you've just eaten, right? Or like, filling up your cup of water. So he goes, I bet that list is a lot shorter than the other one. And a lot of times we become extremely unbalanced because we have so much coming out of us and we're so depleted and we don't have enough coming back in. So he said, I want you to make it a point to get around all those people that you feel like feed you and nourish you. And I said, Corey, I'm on my way. And I popped up in Atlanta. And that's how I got here. With all my kids, all the kids, a babysitter, and I drove my happy ass up here, 8-hour trip.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
So yeah, my 11-month-old was looking at me with the evil face on that trip. He was like, I'm still in this car seat. Like, I'm really still in this car seat. So we gave him a 45-minute break at the stop on the turnpike. But they're okay. Everything's good. I just think sometimes, like, you know what you got to do. Sometimes it's not fun, but you just got to get it done. So I made it up here. And not to mention, when Kim had her boot camp, my son was a month. I had just given birth to my son. Mm-hmm. And my son's father was out of town. And I called my mom, she's a nurse, and I was like, you have to come over here and watch him because I'm flying to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And I flew to Atlanta that morning and I flew back that night before she went to work in the morning. Mm-hmm. And she lives an hour from me. Mm-hmm. I was not playing. So I just feel like, and it was so funny because at that point I had never met Corey. And I met Corey that day, briefly, just like, hey, I wanted to say hi, but I'm out of here. He didn't even remember me. And then when I got on the team, I never got assigned to a team. And then Corey came on the team after me. And I was like, I'm trying to be on that team. I just felt like everything worked divine. So when you guys talk about the team being very spiritual, I think so.
Mm. Yeah. That don't mean everybody just pop up at my house either.
If I had your address, I would have been on
just,
you know, I was been over there already anyway.
You won't get nobody the address. That's
I think the worst thing you could say is no.
Let me just make that clear too, because
talk about
that don't mean
jealous. I don't even have his number.
Oh well, yeah, you do. I think you do. Let me see.
Yeah, man, Corey, I just want you to know, bro. I know a lot of us appreciate you. I appreciate you a lot, bro. It's different when you find somebody that truly is genuine at heart. I know I told you this in the text message.
Hang on one second. This is my son.
He said that sister.
Hey.
What up, bro?
What's up?
You see Tatum Land right here?
I see you.
I looked at him, I said, who you look like today? He's my you and Corey.
I'm gonna call y'all back. I'm on the call.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Yeah.
No, I was just following in the department.
Yeah. I'll give you that. But yeah, everybody, y'all ain't gonna be able to pop up on me in a minute anyway. So
trying to move, Corey, huh?
I'm got to be gone for a minute. So yeah, man, I don't have nothing else, man. This was cool. I got this meeting recorded. It's streamed to the YouTube channel right here. And you guys can get the link for this once it's done. Matter of fact, this link should work too. And then, you know, yeah.
Can you see if this app is an iPhone? It's like, it's not Android, but I don't know if it's
Travell, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Do you mind calling me to tell me how to take this parent thing off, so I can see Corey's videos on my TV?
No problem.
Okay.
Manifest.
Yeah, no,
Hey, Corey.
Manifesting news.
Hey, Corey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have somebody coming on. Should be this week or next week at the latest too.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Hold on. Manifest.
Yeah, come manifest goals.
Goals. Let me see. Hang on. Yeah, let's see.
I just shared it to you in program.
Okay.
iPhone.
Nah. I mean, this year it's showing Apple too. You got Google Play. You got Google Play.
If you have, does anybody on here have like Google Play Store on any of your devices, like
Yeah, I have Google Play.
Huh?
I have Google Play.
Okay. There's an app that I just discovered, and I don't know if you got like, I have a really tough time with like my visualizations and my affirmations and just like the overall positive thinking in general, right? It's like some destructive life. So there's this app that I found on the Play Store, but it's not an iPhone. So if you have a Play Store, it's called Manifest Goals. And then it says using the speaker after it. It is literally a day by day structured way to reprogram your brain. It's going to ask you what your goal is, and it's going to have you repeat affirmations. There's a place for your vision board. Like it's literally a step-by-step teacher for you. It's step by step. It's the best app I've ever found for manifestation and positivity. So if you can get it,
is it the one that says Fabulous Daily Motivation?
It looks like little like the little thing. Maybe like
yeah.
Hold on. It looks like that.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah, that one.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's really good.
That's on iPhone?
Android.
No, Android.
Why it is the better system. So here.
Nah, it's not.
It's not.
No way.
Because when it comes to app building, it's easier to build app for Apple than it is for Android.
We digress.
You know what?
There's only one platform for Apple. Android has too many platforms.
Yeah, I did. So I have been an iPhone person for like forever, and I went to Android because of trading. Because on a trading view, yes, because I wanted a different alert on my phone for trading view, and I could not have on iPhone. It was the same as all my other alerts, and I can't watch my phone all day. All my texts, everything was the same. It was stressing me out. So I got Android, and I have a special alert for trading view. Don't do it that way. and I quiet all like my other apps or whatever I don't want. It's super specific, and it has actually helped me catch my trades easier. So I know it might not be the better phone overall, but I do think it is a better business phone.
Are you saying because you can customize like your alarms to a certain tone?
Yeah, it's not even that you can customize your alarms to a certain tone. Like it's so detailed to where, like for instance, if you go Instagram, you don't have to have an alert for every. If you're on iPhone, you say set alerts to Instagram. Everything that comes through, you get it. But with Android, you can say only alert me for DMs. Don't alert me for every other thing. And then mama. Maybe with the new interface, but when I bought this one,
Could you write in the chat the name of that app?
yes. I got out of it. You want to check them?
Other than TradingView,
Or you know what I'll do? I'll just share the link in our Telegram. How about that? And then you can click on it direct.
yeah, other than TradingView, I usually turn off all my notifications or have special ones for certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Corey, what I wanted to say too, I thought Wale would probably talk about his high-low today, but I found something. Me and my son was playing with the MetaTrader 4 on the phone, and no, and what I did is I got accumulation distribution. It won't give you the wick off, but it actually, like if you're looking for it and you're looking for different where you are, it's kind of cool to have that little app just to know where you are in the market. For like me, I'm not a big wick off guy. My son is, but it actually helped me see it a lot better.
The higher high, higher low app.
No. If you go on the MetaTrader 4 on your phone and you look for indicators, you could actually put AC, accumulation distribution.
Oh yeah, okay.
So I thought that was cool. I mean, it's not necessary for everybody to jump on it, but unless you have those the different diagrams that show you where you are, and it helps you kind of, just an extra piece of indicators.
Let's see.
I think that was Thomas, but
Well,
if you guys want that, I'm with it.
I'm with it, man. I'm waiting. I messaged you. You ain't been responding. I'm gonna get your number and stalk you. That's all.
Wait. Pause. Do not want that. I don't want that smoke. I don't want that smoke.
Well, that ain't gonna get his number. Talking about you gonna stalk him.
Nah, Wally, my boy. Yeah, he know. I like messing with him. Wale, if you want to drop that sauce,
I like your strategy. I adopted a Topaz strategy a little bit with the hugs and kisses, and it's stuff I look for when I'm trading.
Come on, Wale, break it down for us.
I noticed you said something before, Thomas, about the hugs and the kisses.
Spiritually speaking. Topaz, I don't know the sister. I don't even know. I met her in Miami, actually.
I'm not saying that.
No, she's a phenomenal lady, and you know what? She's
okay.
Gonna be incredible mother, and I'm sure an incredible wife.
No, it was nice meeting you too. You have good energy.
He's smooth, man.
Yeah, but he has good energy. I'm like I pick up energy real quick, and you have good energy. So.
Me too.
I wish nothing but the best for you.
No, appreciate you. Same here.
Well, all right, y'all. I'm about to go put some food in my stomach because I have not eaten today.
And Wale need to teach us. You can pass the rock to Wale.
Oh, you want the rock, Wale?
Just share. Yeah, give it here, bro. Yeah, here. I just started.
And I'll record this one. For example, you got to start recording. I'll record and I'll edit this part out and then paste this part in the chat by itself.
So this is the thing too. So I mean, like I always start with a disclaimer. I'm not Corey. I don't I like I said before, I do everything that I do for the group, right? Like I don't want no smoke with no one. I'm not better than anybody, but I just want to make sure our group eats. You know what I'm saying? So, I really don't want it to be recorded. If y'all want to take notes, that's cool. But I don't want any conflict with what's going on with the rest of the group. I know Travell, you have your own thing going on. I think Kim gave you a platform. I kind of logged into what you guys were doing on Saturday. And that's fine. But I don't want my name associated with